Life in the Santos is the place to be. Life in the Santos, murder, sex, and a good cup of tea.
Life in Los Santos, where people meet and have fun. Life in Los Santos, when your friend is your gun.
Life in the Santos, but it's got to be life.
Life in Los Santos, when you're trying to survive.
It's 9 p.m. It's Weazel News TV. It's live in Los Santos with your host, Piers Diamond. Sponsored by Cooper, and Cooper. Evening, Los Santos. I am Piers and welcome you to Life in Los Santos, a program about this great city, the people, and the stories. Coming up on tonight's show. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine planet Earth, and welcome back to Los Santos. And today, in Life in Los Santos, we've got an interview with the Chief of Police. Good afternoon, Chief Tackleberry. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Thank you very much for letting us into the police department office. This is upstairs. It's a very impressive office. Can you please give us a bit of a background story about yourself?
Yeah, I was actually born in Los Santos. Moved to Vice City when I was very young. My parents were both police officers. My grandfather, in fact, was sheriff of Sandy Shores many years ago. Yeah, and we moved out to Vice City, and unfortunately they were sadly passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
They passed away
Ah,
out in Vice City.
okay.
They were victims of a notorious gang
Oh,
out
wow.
there.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a bit difficult talking about that.
No, of course. Just
But
say what you want to. We can go into the next section as soon as you want to. That's fine by me. I'm trying to
no,
make you.
it's fine. It's fine. My therapist said it's good to talk about these things. So my parents were gunned down. I was about 11, I think.
Wow. Oh my God.
Um, they were gunned down by a drugs cartel out in Vice City. So from that day, you know, I vowed to follow in the footsteps of not only my grandfather but my parents as well, and decided that I would make the law my life. Yeah, you know,
Yes,
I'm going to
of
clean
course.
up these streets.
Of
I'm
course.
sorry, I'm a little bit flustered. It's
No, no.
memories that come back.
Again, I do not want to make you feel uncomfortable. This is just, I want to make you feel comfortable as possible, hence why we're in an office you know very well, because this is your office. So again, thank you for inviting me. So, you're talking about your grandfather or something was working as a sheriff, is that true? I'm just trying to get all these facts correct. He was working as a sheriff up at Sandy Shores, is that right? Did you say?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah,
Okay.
my grandfather was the sheriff up there.
Is it true that they're bringing a sheriff back up there? Sorry, this is just one
They
question.
are.
Ah, so it's true. We'll talk about
No,
that more later.
that's fine. Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
disappointed him. Yeah.
So, thank you for answering that question. Next question is, so, you kind of answered the second question already. What has brought you to Los Santos? So basically, so how did you get this job then? How did you become chief of police? Let's change the question slightly.
No, well, I came back to Los Santos because I was raised by my maternal grandparents. They didn't want me to join the police, but I came and lived with them from the age of 11, and took me a while to get in, but I managed it. But as for how I got to the chief, basically, I did work my way up to sergeant, but due to a series of events, I was happy to drop back down to officer level. And then the department thinned out to the point where there were very few officers around. It was very strange.
Yes, I've noticed
And
that.
I was,
That was quite a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
yeah,
When there was a massive police recruitment drive, wasn't there?
yeah, I drove that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I I was asked to take over from the outgoing chief as he was moved to the National Crime Agency
Okay.
to work on a big kidnapping case. And he did so well on that obviously he's been promoted up there. And as the longest serving officer down here, we had no sergeants, no lieutenants. We just had a couple of officers, and that was it. I was asked to take over and take the reins, as it were. So yeah, that's how I became chief. I didn't really want to be chief, to be honest. It's a
It
pain in
sounds
the
like,
arse, but
yeah, it sounds like that you kind of had no choice because you're the only real senior officer left. So they kind of thought, right, we're going to promote you. You need to sort it out. Is that kind of true?
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So,
But don't think that that's in any way, shape, or form means that I don't want to be chief now.
oh no, of course not. No, no.
Very much enjoy my job and the fact that I can make the streets a safer place with the help of my fantastic team that I've got behind me.
Yes, let's talk about
Often
the
behind me.
the team you brought in. So, who kind of it's from from a point looking in to the police department, it definitely has changed in the last couple of weeks with a lot of new staff. Is there any certain officers you'd like to sort of like say your thanks live here for the Weazel News TV people? Because I'm sure the residents of Los Santos are coming through me thanking you for such a great job the police department are doing so far.
Well, the first one, the obvious one, is our new sheriff, Jacobson. Now he had quite a patchy past, and I'm sure he'll freely admit that. But we're all about rehabilitation and community is driving our policing. So if somebody's made mistakes in the past, we don't hold that anyway against them. And Jacobson is a shining light there, and we've appointed him sheriff because he's a fantastic officer. He has shot up through the ranks.
He's definitely a character, isn't he?
I can't. Oh, absolutely. He does like his taser. I've got to say
King
that.
of
and he likes his
tasers,
hat.
I've been hearing on the street. He even shouted that out once. I'm the king of taser.
Yeah, but that sometimes
He was joking.
the non. I'd rather he was the king of tasers than the king of the assault rifle.
That is very true. So yes, Jacobs, I've actually contacted my San Francisco Weazel News office HQ. Have actually contacted me. We're actually arranging a Life in Los Santos interview with Jacobson.
Oh, excellent! I can't wait to watch that one. I'll grab a beer and
up in his sheriff's
sit and watch
office.
it.
So we're actually going out of the city for the first time.
Excellent. I mean, it's been set up there at the moment. It's not as lush and fancy as these offices, but it's what's up there that counts. And we've got a fantastic chief deputy as well, and we are recruiting up there. If anybody's watching that is thinking they could do a good job up in Sandy Shores, we'd love to hear from you. Chief Deputy Silver, legendary moustache, fantastic moustache. If you ever bump into him, meet him, you must compliment him on his moustache growth. It's
I have done. Don't worry. I've met him a few times.
Things have been getting quite busy in that area, so we decided we were going to reopen the offices. They're in a bit of a state of renovation at the moment. We're building them back up to spec, but I'm sure he'll talk about the project up there and how everything's going, and we're gonna kick these bastards into the dust.
Yes, we'll go into what's happening in the city soon. But let's just mention some other officers that I've kind of met. So you've got Taylor. Lieutenant Taylor now? Is that right?
Yep, I've got two lieutenants. Lieutenant Taylor, who's our absolutely fantastic chopper pilot. He's an ace in the skies. But if you ever go up with him, make sure you take your sick bag with you.
Right.
I do apologise for standing up.
No, it's fine. You
Hang
need
on
to
one second.
stretch your muscles. It's always good because I know those chairs do look comfy, but they can bloody hurt your bum sometimes. Yes, I was going to ask you a question there. Can you possibly talk to your helicopter pilots? Because it'd be lovely as the opening credits for maybe season 2 of Life in Los Santos will take some aerial shots of the city, but obviously I need to be in the air to do it.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I have actually spoken to Lieutenant Taylor. He's prepped and ready to take you up whenever you're free. So just give him the nod, and he'll be there for you. And he's very much looking forward to showing you the ropes, as it were. He might even give you some rappel training, which is
What's rappel training?
it's basically he'll show you the rope that you can dangle from the helicopter. It's a fantastic, you'd be like John Noakes in Blue Peter,
Oh,
where
lovely.
he used to jump out of things
Yes, I
and
remember
abseil down buildings and, nearly kill himself.
that. Well, I
But
don't want
you'd
to
be
kill myself.
fantastic at that.
Yeah, I'm scared
No,
of heights
but
a
I
bit.
think as you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I know you, Piers. You'll be fine.
You know me pretty well. Of course, you're one of the few people that met me on my first couple of days here in the city, actually, if I remember correctly. So let's talk about. Oh, we have to mention when we had mentioned Jacobson. There's also the other person that goes with Jacobson a lot. This Officer Cartwright. He's a character, isn't he?
He's a very good sergeant. He's our detective within the department. I don't really want to talk about him too much because
Of course.
he's often on need to know basis missions that
Okay.
I can't really talk about. So,
Is there any?
but yeah, he's a very good officer. Yes.
Any unsung officers out there that any new officers you think might do well? Because I heard you had a massive recruitment drive recently again. Is there anyone that you might think, oh, he's going to do really well?
We've got our first female officer since I've been here,
Oh, great.
Officer
It's amazing.
Donaldson.
It'd be nice to speak to her, actually.
She's only started a few days ago. She's already showing great promise. There's there are a lot of faces. I don't really want to single too many out.
Of course not. Of course not. It's like
I
favoritism,
don't
isn't it?
want to be. Yeah, I'm not going to pick favourites, but I will mention Lieutenant Chuck Armstrong. He's just been promoted to lieutenant as well. So I've got two lieutenants under me. He's
I've heard many
he's
good things about Armstrong.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so level-headed. He's brilliant, and his accent is superb.
It is.
To be
Yes.
quite frank.
I haven't heard anything bad about
he's a
Armstrong,
very
actually, to
respected
be honest with
officer.
you, because of course I've got my word on the streets of what's going on, and I've heard really generally very good things about Armstrong. He's probably one of the most popular officers out there.
He's a consummate professional. He's fantastic. Then we have a raft of sergeants. I must give a special mention to our dispatch sergeant, Sergeant Harrison.
Okay, yeah.
And he is, always calling out the lads to all the different things going around the city. He's got a huge admiration from the lads for being so well organised. So a special mention there for Dispatch Sergeant
Of course.
Alex
course.
Harrison.
Okay, we go into next question before we go into sort of like the fun bit of the show. Of course, there was sad news.
What? This isn't the fun bit.
Kind of the fun bit. We're going to go into a little bit of a serious question. Sadly, a couple of weeks ago, Hogan died, the police dog. That must have been a shock to all the officers.
Yes, that was terrible. There was a funeral. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I was tied up in a chief's conference.
Yes, I sadly just missed it. We got we were informed at the wrong time, but that's another story. Okay, let's go for some. This is now definitely the funny bit. Have you got any hidden talents you'd like to show the viewers? Anything? If you haven't, then it's fine. Like, for instance, Devon showed that she was actually a trained gymnast. Charles Cooper III, he does yoga. What can you do? What's your hidden talent? Oops, we're moving over here.
Okay, so if I just come over here, I need a bit of space.
Yeah, of course.
But have you ever seen the Karate Kid?
Yeah, definitely. The guy who's meant to be 19, but he's in fact in his 30s. Ralph.
Yep. So check this out. Whoa.
Ah, wow, the famous kick from Karate Kid 1, and he tried that in Karate Kid 2 as well, didn't he? If I remember correctly.
Do you know the name of the kick?
I don't actually. What is the name of the kick?
It's called the crane technique.
The crane.
And it'll knock your teeth out, mate. So be careful.
Oh well, I can hear the crowd are actually cheering, so they really like that. So can you show it again for us, please?
Absolutely. I can show you a little bit more if you want.
Yeah, please do. You even got the sound. Yeah, the crowd is clapping. You probably can't hear it, but the crowd are clapping on your performance there. They really like it.
Here we go again. Ooh,
wow.
There we go.
Do you know any Japanese?
Konnichiwa, arigato, and sake.
You know quite a bit Japanese then. So let's go to quick fire questions. This is from me, and then we open the questions up to the audience who are watching from all over America. So these are quick fire questions. So can you just give me sort of like 1 or 2 or even 3 word answers? What is your favorite film genre?
My favourite film genre is I can't say pornographic.
No, maybe not.
Probably 80s comedies and sci-fi. Probably, I would say.
Nice choice. Okay, leading to that, what's your favourite film? Audience, get your questions ready.
Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future 1, 2, or 3? I guess it's 1, isn't it?
1, but I was very impressed that 2 and 3 had completely different storylines with completely different scenes in, and they were nothing like the original.
Nothing like original. Yeah, that's very true. Very unique. Okay.
It's not like he woke up in his mum's bed like 3 different times in different time periods.
Repeating the same lines all the time. No, he definitely did not do that. No, and they used this sort of like the same props a lot of the time with some slight adjustments, which they didn't do, of course. Okay, what's your favourite colour?
Pink. Do you like my shirt?
Oh, okay, yes. I'm slightly colourblind, but yes, that is definitely pink.
You're colourblind?
Slightly, yes. Yes, I am.
That's why the hair then. Right, okay.
That's my natural hair colour. If you could go on a dinner date, who would you go with?
Oh, now you're asking. Probably Lieutenant Taylor. Great man.
Lieutenant Taylor, interesting choice. Okay, favourite music.
Oh, did you say date? Date. Oh no, I'm married to the Force. There's
Okay.
Well, I suppose. Let me think. Who would it be? Probably Kim Basinger.
Wow, good choice. That brings back memories.
80s movies were fantastic.
It sounds like you and me are from the kind of same genre, because I remember 80s films, but I was more of a science fiction Star Wars fan. So,
oh yeah, well, Carrie Fisher would be number 2, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course, Princess Leia.
Get inside.
You'll have to bear with me for a second. Somebody's trying to ring me, and all I hear is little petties.
We're getting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're getting cross communications here on Life in Los Santos. I can hear other voices. We'll try to ignore that. Let's just go to an advert break, and then see if we can.
I'm very about to do that, but we're probably going to get this through quick enough, so probably not a problem. I'm not even leaving the cell, so. Alright, so obviously I'm going to
Chief,
unhandicap you.
is it
but
possible
yeah.
you can speak to
my
our
radio,
people
sorry.
outside my office, your office to mute a bit, because I can hear them, sadly. I'm hearing them more than you.
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second.
I can definitely hear something going on. Hence why we've gone to an advert break at the moment. Actually, it might have gone. So, okay, I'll get out of the advert break and come straight back to you. Are you there, audience? I need the audience saying that you're here, so I know I can...
Okay, I've just put an announcement over the radio, just to...
oh, that's great, thank you. Yeah, we did have a slight interruption there. I'm just going to head back into our... Yes, we're back. Welcome back to the second half of the show. We've got the Chief of Police here. So we're going to quickfire questions. Sorry, we had slight sound issues there, so we had to go into an advert break. So we're going to ask him some quickfire questions, and then we'll go open the... yes, he's getting hungry. Good old cheeseburger. So we're going to open...
I was about to pass out, and I needed to...
oh, no, definitely eat.
Oh,
so,
I needed to eat.
We're still asking these quickfire questions, and then we'll open it up to the audience. And there's loads of people wanting to ask you some really good questions and some really tough questions as well. So we're going back to this quickfire.
Okay.
Favorite make of car?
Dodge Viper.
Good choice. Do you do sport?
I used to. In this job, though, you get a lot of injuries. I've had car crashes. I've been shot. I've been tased in the balls numerous times by Lieutenant Taylor.
I vote for you.
There's lots of things that actually put paid to a lot of the sports that you enjoy. I do like shooting, obviously. However, a lot of the targets around this city just move too much.
Oh, okay. And what's your favourite holiday destination?
Oh, no.
Palito Bay.
Palito
obviously.
Bay.
Or would anyone want to leave our beautiful Los Santos Island?
Yes, that's true. We're still getting some slight sound issues, but we're going to get through this because...
Hang on 1 second. Will you lot shut the fuck up?
I'm on his way.
I don't think that's working, I'm afraid. I wish it did. It might be downstairs. Yeah, I'm sorry, viewers. We are getting some slight sound issues, but we will carry on with this episode because it costs us here at Weazel News quite a bit of money, and I don't want to waste the Chief Tech's time either. So we're going to ask questions from the audience now. So just bear with me because I need to look at my tablet here and go through some questions. So just give me a couple of seconds. God, it's way up on my chat. So we've okay. Mr. Right Left Right from Cincinnati has already asked, I think you already answered this question, what made him move to Los Santos? Basically because you were originally from here, weren't you? So.
Yeah, well, when my parents died, I basically had to come back because my grandparents were going to look after me.
Okay.
Yeah, really. There's
a question now from a... just looking through my tablet again, and just going to talk to my audience. My audience, you might need to repeat your questions, please, if you've got your questions, because we're having some tablet issues here. Okay, this is quite a serious...
Piers, I thought you were good at this.
This is quite a serious question. The Bloods. Basically, they are the new guys that have just arrived in this city. How are you going to deal with them?
Same as every other criminal. Take them down and make them pay.
So
simple as that. We're increasing our footing in the city. We're increasing our reach out into Sandy Shores and Palito Bay, and recruit at the moment to get enough officers that we can take these guys down for good.
How many?
All of them, not just the Bloods. Every criminal.
Every criminal, yes, exactly. How many
They need
police...
to be very careful. Watch out.
Well, yes, yeah, I'll tell you more about that later. How many police officers have you currently got on books then, currently? And are you looking for new ones?
I can't give you an exact figure. It's about 25, 26, something like that. But they all work at different times, so we've usually got about 7 or 8 on shift at one time. I think we've got 7 at the moment. So.
We've got a question here from Chloe in New York. If you had 15 minutes of fame, what would you do? Good question.
15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes, the famous Andy Warhol 15 minutes of fame.
Well, this is it, isn't it? You've given me my 15 minutes of fame today.
Well, let's say you got another 15 minutes, which wasn't an interview. Oh, they're getting some... It's a very noisy area around here.
Probably putting out a press release to find a killer.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm married to the job, Piers. I wouldn't want to be an actor or a singing star or a movie, a movie idol. I want to be a policeman. I want to clean these streets, and I want the scum of Los Santos to eat the dirt, basically.
Very, very good. Very good values. We've got Lee here. Lee he's actually from San Francisco, where my parents live. If you hadn't become a police officer, what would you have done?
Well, I like helping people. I like saving people. So I'd probably say something in the medical services. But it was always going to be police, so that's a bit of a non-answer, really.
Oh, okay, interesting. Have we got any more questions? From Miss Ravenscroft from Washington State. Oh, got quite a distance there. In the movie about your life, which actor would you hire to play yourself? Oh, that's a very good question. That is a very good question.
There was a fantastic actor called Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg.
I don't think he's not very active at the moment, but I'd say probably him. I think he could get the essence of me perfectly.
He was in Cocoon, wasn't he? Both those Cocoon films. That's in the 80s as well. My God, I'm showing my age.
But Police Academy are other than Back to the Future, are some of the best comedy police movies ever made. And I
the
think,
first two films were very good.
You need to watch those.
I've seen them all.
Come off it, Piers. Even Mission to Moscow was fantastic. Although sadly,
all
Steve
75 minutes
wasn't
of
in
it.
that one.
Wasn't Police Academy 3 about 70 minutes long or something? It was very short.
It doesn't matter how long they are. It was full of jokes and full of laughter, and I think that's missing from our lives at the moment because of scum.
That's true. Mr. He didn't give us his first name. Mr. Left Right from where is he from? Let's just see. Oh, it's from Austin, Texas. He's asking, if you could be any dinosaur, which one would you be? That is quite a funny question, actually. Thank you.
Tyrannosaurus Rex is the
T-Rex. A T-Rex, of course, one of the most popular dinosaurs around there. So
Tyrant Lizard King.
Right, we're going to see if there's any more questions from the audience. If not, then the last bit of this interview will be you to ask me a question. So let's just wait until we've got a slight delay because we're using Zoom here at the moment. Oh yes, we got another question from Miss Raven, and she is from, where are you from, Miss Raven? Oh, lovely, you are from Boston. Tell us a joke. Trying to think of all these American places.
Tell you a joke. What, does she think that crime is funny?
Well,
this is a serious business. I'm not here to tell jokes. I'm not a clown.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You're the clown, Piers. Come on. You tell me a joke.
I've been told worse things than being a clown. Have you read the book Dustbins?
No.
No, it's a load of rubbish. That's how good.
Well, I won't read it then.
Yeah, that's how good my humour is, I'm afraid, everyone. Okay, viewers, I don't think there is any more questions. So the last part of this show, is there any one question you would like to ask me about?
Yeah, have you learned how to take a punch yet? Because last time you was a bit weak, weren't you?
Yes, let's explain that, viewers. I have actually had when I first met Chief, we had a kind of little interview. He wanted to see if I could take a punch. I could not take a punch, and I lost my glasses as well. He has got a really good punch. I think he's up there with Mike Tyson in punching, and probably Leah the mechanic, because she's very good at punching as well.
Lovely Leah.
Lovely Leah.
I love Leah. She's wonderful.
Wonderful. We have got one final question. I'll let you through because we're just about to finish the question here. So Mr. Wright has asked. He is from Mississippi, from the state of Mississippi. Sorry. Do you think your parents would be proud of who you've become?
Yes, I certainly think they would. They died doing what I'm doing, upholding the law.
And that is a very good answer to the question. So I will not waste any more of your time, Chief. Thank you, and thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching the show, viewers. And it's good night from Piers Diamond here at Life in Los Santos. Bye-bye, everyone.